But we've got our next match. That was the first one of the night. It can only get better from here. That was a round number 3. We've got the quarterfinals coming up. I see the details here on to Checkmate Gaming. We've got Sweet Moose taking on the Duo Plus. Duo Plus is going to be Gucci Top, Abe Slays, Modulus, Nim Squad, taking on a player that I see as a mod in the chat, Cannibals, Canny, Valtos, Nash X, and a Hizzy. What can we say about these players?
Now, I will say Sweet Moose, these are definitely players that I have seen before, and they are not any sort of pushovers. I would be a little bit concerned if I was on the side of the Duo Plus 2, because it's crazy, man. Like I'm a little bit worried to actually see this match, because I hope they brought their A game. Like these are definitely players that I remember from previous showdowns that we've seen before, and they've always performed well, right? Like once again, like it's hard to be able to fight Right Turtle. It's hard to be able to fight Just Us, as we've seen them before. Once again, the top 2 teams, and Just Us taking the last season of the CMG showdown that we saw, right? But I think that a situation like this is way, way different. They have gone up against both of those teams before, and it gets crazy, man. I do believe they've actually beaten Right Turtle before at least one time. So,
all right, well, let's check out the series and what we've got. Maps coming up. Windward, Fabulous, Breach, once again, going to be. This is actually the layout. This is what we're going to be on. And let's talk. I mean, you already said what the strategy was going to be last time. Let's see what is going to be this time around as well. What can we expect for game number 1 on Windward?
I think that this is, once again, some of the same sort of perspective as it is that I was saying from the previous Windward. I think Windward is a great map to really have a lot of those frequent roamers. Lancer obviously is a great character for that. Dallas is also really, really good. This is where a map as well that I forgot to sort of mention, where the Mamba really shines. We're talking about a lot of these longer angles it is that you have to peek. The Mamba, one of the better assault rifles in the game next to the KA-30. I think that both of those guns are pretty much running weapon mastery right now, and that's majority of what you see a lot of the time are those 2 weapons, because of how consistently they put out damage and how scary it can all be, right? So I think that this is a great map for the Mamba. I mean, the Mamba gets picked up a lot of the times. It doesn't matter if the angles are longer or not, but you still see it consistently enough. And I think that this is something to where we might even see the Ronin ban once again. We might actually see, I'm not sure, maybe the Runway once again as well, because I think Windward is definitely a map where you have to ban her here, because she does too well with her utility.
Sweet Moose, Duo Plus. Let's see what they choose for their bans here. They've got them locked in. We've got Ronin and Glitch. And what does that have to say for how they expect to play this map?
I'm trying to think, because this is another Glitch ban in a map which, okay, so once again, like, this tells me one of 2 things. Either they're worried about the Glitch having too much control over where they know where they're going, which means that they might actually lock in a character like Lancer, or they're worried about their post-plant positioning or their pre-plant positioning. They want characters that do well at that, and having those abilities disabled, aka Anvil, really, really makes it a chore to really deal with, right? And once again, Anvil puts down his barricade. If Glitch hacks it after he puts down that barricade, it makes it way worse, because the barricade blows up immediately, right? So I would be very, very careful with that. I think the Ronin makes sense, obviously a very standard ban, but Glitch, I'm a little bit more interested to see how this plays out with the draft.
All right, well, we are ready to rock and roll. Let's go right into it. Our second matchup of the night here on Checkmate Gaming's Showdown. This is the second Cup of October for the $10,000 qualifying tournament. This is a big one. This is very important, because first, we look at the bracket and we see that there aren't any huge names that are trying to contend for this money tonight. So you're going to have a little bit of an easier run at this money. The $400 for first place, you get the 10 points, you get in a better seated position for the main event for that $10,000. So this is a big night for these teams. We're looking at the picks coming out from Sweet Moose. They're going to land on Dallas and Dahlia. And then Chalk. We get a Chalk on whose dad's going to be Chalk. I like to see that one. We know whose dad is going to be able to put up some big numbers with that one. He's always exciting to watch. And on the other side, just like you called it, Anvil.
Yeah. And that once again explains a lot more to me as to why that glitch ban actually went through, because they want to be able to have not only pre-plant but post-plant presence. And Anvil's great at creating both of those things, right? His barricade is not something that you ever scoff at because of how good it is. And I think that that is a great choice in terms of ban now. It makes a lot more sense too, because I was really thinking like I said, it's one of those two things. You either ban the glitch because you're planning on picking a character that's great at roaming and you don't want him to have that intel on you, or you're worried about a character that you're planning on picking not having as much of a pre or post plant presence, and that's exactly what Anvil is. So I'm glad to be able to see that. But Saint and Dahlia with Chalk here, I'm interested to see how this works. Chalk is a character that I feel like has sort of fallen off in more recent times, but here he is once again. I only see him twice from what I can remember, actually. This is the second time.
Hey, he still has some abilities, and if you're on point, if you're hitting your shots, he can be absolutely deadly. But they're going to give him the bomb. They're going to make him go in there first. He's going to be able to land that, gets the hit markers onto Modulus. Modulus gets the heck out of dodge. He's going to get pinched a little bit here, so Who's-Dat's forced to pop his ability. Going to try to make his way into here, but he's got two in front. Almost gets taken down, has to roll out. Still waiting for help from his team. They're going to put down some smokes, and he can make his way in a little bit easier here. Does land a headshot. Not going to be able to get anything going, though, so they're going to back off on that play. Here we go with the bomb. He is ready to make it happen.
I would have just planted the bomb by now. I'm not sure why they're... Because, see, now Chalk's in a... What's the plan here?
What is their plan?
I guess they're trying to play... Because I'm trying to see, because it's like they could have planted the bomb, because I thought he was using the flash to see if he could get any more space so he could plant the bomb. But he still has the bomb, and now he's crossing in front of this. He's a madman. He's crazy. I don't...
This is probably their original plan. Honestly, just play it long enough and slow enough, and then try to fake them out. But already you can see that they did not fake him out. They were ready for it. Bot's going to win the 1v1 against Abe and is going to be trying to come up behind. Does get some good angles. Doesn't get enough good shots in, but does get the assist.
No
and that's going to help him to win that round. Oh, wow. So that very, very slow and interesting push was able to win it out. Why do you think that worked?
I don't know. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm not sure why. They had the numbers advantage. They had 4 people. Yeah, I'm just keep it real with you. I don't know. I don't know how that worked. I don't know what happened. I felt like with the numbers disadvantage that they had, because it was literally 3-4. I personally felt like they could have played retake a lot simpler. But they gave Chalk the bomb, and not only did he have the bomb, he was pushing forward without a care in the world.
Yeah,
that's why I'm like, what happened?
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. If they had gotten picked, that would have just upset everything and made it so much harder for him. So that was a big, really just a major risk. But hey, it worked out in the end, and they were ultimately able to switch things up and just keep to the game plan, and it ended up working out beautifully. Chalk leading the charge once again, puts it down, backs all the way up, and they've got multiple strategies that they're rolling out right now. Bull is going to put down a nade, does not get a hit marker, but it goes up. Nimbus, he's going to try to make it happen, but I don't think he was able to. He had to get out of there before he went down. Bull goes down, though. Abe able to land some shots. Who's-Dat gets the kill onto Big Guck. Oh my gosh, Modulus wasn't ready. He is able to get taken down from the side.
I am a little bit concerned about how this is going. Yeah, the bomb's actually just going to blow up. They don't have any time. Yeah, this is exactly what I'm talking about. The bomb at the end of the day has the say in everything. It is the end all be all. I plant this bomb blows up. Doesn't matter how many people are alive. Doesn't matter if we lose and there's nobody alive. If you didn't defuse that bomb and it blows up, we still win. And that's exactly what they were doing. They were biding time. They
Yep.
weren't fighting. They weren't really looking for peaks like that. They were using their utility, sure, to not only clear off sight, but try and see if they could shake up their strategy a little bit or see how they responded to some of that, right? But for the most part, they were chilling. Like I don't I don't think there was any sort of situation where you ever feel uncomfortable if you have the bomb planted like that. You know you wasted enough time and it blows up. You're sitting pretty. You dust your hands off. Like, great. Now we can move on to the next round. And here they are.
That's right. Play the clock if you need to. It's always a good way to do it during a retake. Here we go again. Who's dat with the bomb? Going to get in there as fast as possible. It looks like Abe is going to get some intel up top. I don't think he was able to find anybody. No, Modulus is coming up through the mid, though. Big Gooch, he does get taken down below half health. He's going to double back, try to get some more peeking. And Nimmies is just playing it chill, just waiting for a possible flank on the left. But looks like Who's Dat wants to do the exact same thing he did last round, but they are ready for it this time. He goes in for the flank in mid, though. He gets the call out.
Oh,
He's
man.
ready to go ham. He takes down Abe. He's ready for the next, and they immediately know what to do. They call the audible, go straight through to B.
Yeah, they are going to have this bomb planted down. Yeah, okay, I'm assuming they either had the stream open, they were listening, whatever the case was. They definitely planted it down this time. Like I'm not sure how that very first round worked. Sometimes it's about the mental damage, I guess. He has the barricade available to him though on the side of Anvil, but he doesn't know Chalk's waiting so close, and they do trade him out. But once again, Dahlia's linked to Chalk, so he's going to be back up instantly. Okay, I don't. He swung out wide. Gets the insend, but like, I don't C4 go. I'm so confused, man. This is probably
Great
the most
shots by
aggressive,
Bull.
in your face, just disrespectful play I've seen. I think.
And I like it. I'm here for it.
Yeah,
I'm here for
same
it.
here. Same here. Nothing to complain
Zero
about from me.
elims out of Nimmies. He's not here for it. He doesn't want it. He's like, what is this crazy play I'm witnessing out of these boys? Who's dat? We got to stay on board with him. He has been just the main star. He's running in and out. He took that quick hook, got that U-turn right through the mid as soon as he heard that there was a good sight line and an opening. Did not hesitate whatsoever and was able to get that first pick. That was beautiful play out of him. He's just been doing it all so far. Doesn't even mind if he's going to be dropping the bomb in a precarious spot. Doesn't matter to him. Abe is taken down to barely a sliver of health. Big Gooch is caught off guard. He gets taken down as well. And look at this play from Who's Dat. Good Lord, he's all over the place. In the mix. Taking down the first one. There we go. Big Gooch is able to pick up Bot, though. And he's going to place himself behind the cover just for a second. He's got two coming up the stairs. He goes down immediately. Good team shot by Modulus. And they're going to try to take out his teammate, but he's doing a good job of staying alive and waiting for help. That's going to be Hizzy. Hizzy does get the heck out of there. And he's got the bomb, being able to put that one down. It's going to be a 3-on-3. Here we go, the rotation coming around. Abe's going to get a better look. Good sight lines. Who's Dat takes down Big Gooch. Big Gooch eliminates himself. Very unfortunate. Last guy alive, that's going to be Modulus hanging out here. Trying to bait out the revive, and Who's Dat able to hit all of his shots and win that battle. Very, very big game so far from him. He is playing exceptional. Let's see these stats out of him. He has been, so far, the MVP for me.
You're with me.
Yeah, I agree with that as well. I think that he's also been doing extremely well too. I'm glad to see this Chalk here. They're running the double res as well. I think they're trying to funnel all of their aggressiveness into Chalk. We have Dahlia linked to him, and then I'm assuming that we haven't really seen Saint use his ability yet. I haven't really seen him use it to try and res anybody yet. But for the most part, it is there. You have any situation where Dahlia can't get to you and you can rely on Saint, right? And I still think that's for the Chalk here. I mean, once again, it can be used on the Dallas too. That's just to have like another res just in case. He does get brought pretty low though. He has to be careful about how he's playing this. How's the bomb once again? Nemes is on the left side. They have so much control over mid, and I don't think that they realize or know there's not enough intel or information being given here. I'm wondering where are the other two on their team in terms of that? Because I know Dahlia is literally right behind him. But Smoke gets tossed out. He gets flashbang, but they still commit to that. I'm not sure if that's a great opportunity. Saint throws out his drone and gets the pickup just in time, though.
This is the most entertaining objective play I have ever witnessed. Chalk just doing some amazing things for Who's Dat. Does get put back up into the action. Going to try to make something happen. It does the same play. Comes in. Gets the elims. Takes care of business. That's going to be 2 down. Gets the team shot off, and 1 left. 1 remaining for Duo Plus. They are just taking over Sweet Moose all day. Big Gooch goes down, 5-0. Such a Sweet Moose.
That's crazy. I mean, like, once again, like, this is, I was mentioning it before, like, we've seen these players show up here before, and they are just as effective as they've always been. It's something I would be greatly concerned about. And it just is, right? Like, I would be worried about this. I am worried about them. That's why I was saying that I was hoping the Duo Plus are bringing their A game, but right now it's 5-0. It's not looking too good for them. They were able to play so aggressively. And also, last round, it was confirmed, at least for me, based on how they were playing that Saint is also for the Chalk. Saint reses Chalk, but the reason why they have 2 reses is so that Chalk doesn't have to use his ability to res himself. They want to use their abilities to not only get him back up onto his feet, but they want him to be able to press forward and push aggressively and give himself that extra health that he needs to clear them away into the site, right? He knows that somebody's over there playing passively, but if he didn't have his ability and had to rely on himself to res himself, then it will become that much more of a problem, and that's why they have both of them. Exactly what I'm talking about, right? You see that Dahlia comes right on over. She's right over there to come and help him. He gets down. Dahlia's probably going to pop it if she doesn't come and trade him. Try to, but he actually dies there. That's unfortunate.
I don't agree with that play. If he would have held forward right there, he probably would have avoided most of that damage and could have team shot with his teammate who was right behind him, but very unfortunate. Good play. Good drone. Hizzy going to take down Modulus. Hizzy able to follow up with the elim. So now we're on a 3-on-3. We've got the bomb on the move. On with Big Gooch here. See what kind of flank he can make happen. I don't know if there's any intel. Oh, it comes in. The 3P is strong. Bot and Big Gooch are able to trade out each other. Nemes does get the res. So here we go. Once again, the number's 3-2. Oh, man, Bot goes down. Abe. Good shots by him. Bull going to come in there, take care of some business. Dallas last one up.
Oh, no.
Big Gooch all over the feed right now. That's all 4 down.
He walks into the crossfire. I'm not sure if he was expecting that angle to be held like that, because I'm not sure if he ended up botching the roll or what happened. It looked like he was trying to get to his teammate to res him, but he may... I don't think... Yeah, I don't think he meant to take that fight. I think he meant to go res his teammate, and I think he may have messed up the roll. I'm not sure, but that's what it looked like to me. It didn't look like he was trying to take that fight because they obviously knew that he was there. They had to have communicated that, and he didn't like pre-fire or do anything beforehand. I just saw him roll in, so I'm like, oh, okay, that's just a little bit of a misinput there. But hey, that's already, you see those mistakes happen, you take advantage of them. That's why Duo Plus have their first point here during this quarterfinals match.
Yeah, we are talking quarterfinals, so a lot more pressure, and that is when those mistakes come out, and they're a lot more prominent because of a lot more is riding on them. And, you know, when the communication gets crazy, it gets hectic, you can sometimes miss out on a play or just miss out on the communication entirely, just not even get the call. It doesn't even go in because things are just going so crazy. It gets a little too chaotic for him. But Nemes going to land a great placement, but he's going to back off over there on Bull's side. Bull does regain health. Some shots land on Nemes. Nemes is going to back all the way up, trying to help out Modules here. Modules going in a 1v1 with Bot. Bot almost taken down. Bot is able to get a kill. He's able to get a trade out of that situation. That is a good win for him. But there is 2 dead for Duo Plus. Here we go. It's popped. Who's that? Time to go to work. He's got 2 in front of him, though. He's playing it safe. He knows better. Gonna land those shots. Easy peasy. The Elim comes down. He goes out, gets that final kill, and that is a 6-1. Chalk just really being the pick right now, and they are just working together beautifully.
I wonder, the comms there had to have been a little bit weird, not towards the tail end of that, but towards the beginning of that round, because we see that Anvil's pushing up with his teammate, and they're trying to take care of Bot, but there's already, Bot got split up from the rest of his 3 remaining teammates on his left. Anvil pushes in, doesn't turn around, which either tells me that he wanted to try and push forward and take care of Bot, or nobody had communicated they were literally right behind him. So he gets shot and gets downed, and they lose 2 easy. They get 2 easy picks off of that, but they lose 2 good teammates on the side of Duo Plus. I'm not sure how I personally feel about that, because that might come into play this next half if their communication really isn't there. Because to me personally, that's what it looks like. I would be more concerned, right? Because we have 2 rounds left. They've only managed to get 1 round. Once again, you take advantage of mistakes where you can, and shout out to Duo Plus for doing that. But I definitely think that it could have been played a lot better a couple of those rounds. I still am perplexed at how that first round worked out. I don't know how that happened. I don't know how they lost with a numbers advantage there, and it just didn't seem like that should have happened at all. But I mean, hey, that's neither here nor there now. We're heading into round 8. 2 more rounds remaining for Sweet Moose to win for them to take this first game.
I really like that positioning in that first round, though. Boy, that was just extraordinary. You gotta love to see it. Just really good rogue company happening in front of our eyes tonight. This is the quarterfinals, and Sweet Moose are on their way to the semis if they keep this up. They are so dominant in this game so far. Hizzy, Bot, both getting some downs. Dallas does come back up, though. Hizzy's going to take down Abe once again. Who's Dat was left with 1 HP. Good Lord. Absolute warrior. Big Gooch getting the nade off. Who's Dat's ready to help his teammate out at any point, just watching these different lines of sight. Bot in trouble, waiting for some possible help. We've got Hizzy in a 1v1, trying to take on the Dallas. Not going to happen. Big Gooch takes him down. It's a 2-on-2 currently. We've got the bomb in the hands of Modulus. Got the Elims coming in, and the rotation commences. 34 seconds left on the clock. Plenty of time. Big Gooch trying to land a smoke. Going to negate a little bit of vision. And Modulus making his way across. He knows that he's going to be in a bad situation if he can't get over there. He's not getting any help. He's going to get taken down. His teammate gets taken down, and 1 round away from winning this one. Sweet Moose are just so one-sided. They have got their stuff together, and looking at their winnings on Checkmate Gaming, it is no wonder. They have, I don't want to expose or anything, but they've got $1,800 from Who's Dat and $1,300 from Nash X. And the wins and loss from Nash X is really what gets me. 635 wins and 200 losses in all of the titles that he competes in. This man's a competitor.
Yeah, this is what I mean, right? When I was saying that these are names I definitely recognize. I have seen this team before. I believe they were under a different team name. I'm not too aware of what the team name was. I can't quite recall that to my memory, not to my recollection at least. And it seems like for right now that they are still just as I remember them, though. I may not remember the name, but I definitely remember the players. They're playing out of their minds right now. 7-1 so far. And Dallas, they want to make an aggressive play here, actually. They're at least getting covered by What? They're at least getting covered by cannons, and they get 1 down. They take him out. And that's going to be 1 kill so far. I'm surprised. I was wondering why he was slow walking there. I'm not too sure what happened.
Oh, good lineup from Who's Dat. Great angles. Not going to be able to land it. Modulus playing it smart. Hopefully he continues to do so because Who's Dat is laser focused. Got 47 left on the clock. The drones come in, take down Nimmies. That's going to be the elimination. That makes it a 3-on-3. Time is dwindling. They have got to make a move and make it fast. Duo Plus want to get themselves back into this one. This is not going to be enough for them. They want to get into these semis. Still just game number 1 here in the quarters. Who's dat? Easy shot. Takes down Modulus. The ragdoll effect gets me every time. There we go. Victory for game number 1. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
Yeah, there we are. That's curtains 8-1, and I think that is a testament to the draft it was that they had on the side of a Sweet Moose, and I think that is not only shows how well they've done as a team, how well they've actually been performing, but we're also talking about the situation for their drafting skills, their team awareness, and how well they actually managed to make this work. I think that's such a great testament to their skill as a whole, man. I mean, like, I'm still floored. We're watching a replay from the first round, but I'm still floored about that first round. That literally made no sense to me. I don't know how they won that. I don't know how Chalk wasn't punished for his hubris pushing up that far. I'm not sure how none of that worked out in the way of Duo Plus, but obviously we still have more rounds to go, more games to go potentially, because they have to put up here. I'm actually glad that replay went through right there, because that didn't go how I expected it to, and I actually wanted to say that I did agree with you there. I think if Dahlia would have pushed with that Chalk, it would have made it a little bit easier, but I understand why she didn't, because she was worried that she might be taken out. They might try and focus her, and if they lose that, then Chalk has to use his ability to res himself, potentially have like less health and not have that overshield that he needs to be able to push forward and clear out a lot of these different angles. So I understand why she didn't push up, but I think in a situation like that, even pushing with Chalk just a little bit, even if you're like jiggle peeking, if you're just counter strafing, whatever it is that you might want to call it, you're talking about a situation where you could at least put some damage on the board and potentially get another pick to make Chalk's life easier so he can actually make it out of that situation. So, oh no, that's neither here nor there though. I mean, when you win 8-1, it's hard to say whatever you want to about that.
Yeah, I was so enthralled. I loved every second of the Chalk objective, the bomb play, running in there first, headlong into it. And that was just one of those things that really took me by surprise, and I'm sure it was able to take Duo Plus by surprise. So I'm thinking, hey, maybe just ban Chalk, because Chalk was something that was really hurting them. If they get to a game 3, if they do get to demo again, maybe that would be something that they could use against them on Breach. Who knows? But what about on Fauvelous? This is a totally different way to approach the game entirely. Oh, we've got a Scorch and Vi.
Yeah, that makes sense. I don't think that you ban Chalk out here at all. I think Scorch and Vi provide too much, especially on Favelas, for what they both offer. We're talking about Scorch being an absolutely amazing duelist. She's great at being able to win a lot of those trades, get a lot of those kills, and really benefit her team in ways through picks, right? She has the utility with the incendiary grenade, but at the end of the day, she's going to be really taking a lot of those one-on-one fights. She may not use that to clear the site as often, but sometimes picks is all you need. Vi, obviously, I've answered this question before, but Vi, I think, is a great ban because it allows her to play retake so easily. You have to be worried about those cluster poisons. You have to be worried about losing your maximum health and her gaining a little bit more of that shielding to her. It's just overall a concerning road to go up against, and I can understand and respect that ban. I think if they banned Chalk there, I would be just as confused as how that first round went last game. I don't think that they need to ban Chalk here, because I personally feel like Chalk is a character that, sure, he did great because they were able to manipulate how that game sort of worked in terms of their draft, but I don't think that was I just don't think it's like a top class ban personally. So
all right, game number 2 getting started. It is going to be Fauvelous, King of the Hill, and it is going to possibly be the end of the match if we see what we just saw, just a one-sided affair out of Sweet Moose. The winners, these boys, Valtos, Who's Dat, Bull, Nashex, and Hizzy. These guys have been winning all day on Checkmate Gaming. I'm looking at these stats, and it is just wins after wins after wins. These boys are some hardcore competitors. We've seen them I've been watching these guys forever, honestly. I just witnessed them just put on a clinic, and I realized that these guys have been around since day one for me. I've been observing Row Company for a long time, and, you know, who's dat? We've seen him a ton. We've seen Bot. We're seeing some top-of-the-line Row Company be played right now. These guys want to go all the way. They have a good opportunity right now, and look at these picks. They were fast this time around. Kestrel, Phantom, Dallas, and Lancer. What is that going to bring to their team, Sweet Moose?
I'm not sure why the Phantom. I'm going to be so honest with you. I think that this is. I don't think characters like Phantom do well in respawn game modes because they rely on you. I don't think Nano Smoke is a good enough ability to have on a respawn game mode. I think the intel it is that you will need is literally going to be right in front of your face because you are going to be constantly fighting no matter what, right? You're not going to really find a lot of people that flank. Obviously, Lancer is going to be that character that flanks all the time, right? But you're going to probably have your respective Lancer, if she's not already flanking, to deal with their Lancer, right? To adapt and provide whatever situation it is that they can to make it easier for their team to not deal with a flanking Lancer. But Phantom, I'm not sure how I feel about. And she with a sniper. I definitely don't know how I feel about this unless it's about to be crazy. She has to land a shot right now. Okay, she didn't land it. All right, now I'm definitely questioning it.
We might see some exciting stuff right now. First few shots, not going to really connect, but still alive, still on the map. Never mind. Gets taken down immediately. Yeah, might be questioning that as well, but Hizzy going to land some drone kills. Going to take down Modulus, and the points are racking up. They're playing it pretty smart here, playing it pretty tight. Abe is on point, still alive. Good Lord. Does finally go down. Who's that? Runs in, takes down two. Hizzy with the third. And there's going to be one left. Going to try to get out of there and live to fight another day. 23 seconds until rotation.
Right now, seems like things are going in the way of Sweet Moose. Nay gets tossed out. As things try and come around the corner, they come to a head, and who's that already picks up one kill, goes for another one, and finds Abe right there too. The nade does end up taking care of who's that, but we have Phantom already waiting. I don't mean for this to sound rude. What did she do? Where did she go? Did she just go to the next? I actually apologize for that, but like I'm trying to figure out where did she go with that? I don't know if there we go. Maybe that's all she needed to do. That's the nade setup.
That's it. That's it right there. You wanted the answer, you got your answer. Bull being able to take it by the horns and taking over this hill. Still pretty decently close here. We got 20 points out of Duo Plus, and that's pretty darn good considering what we saw last game. 35 seconds left in this hill. We've got some good objective play coming from Bull. Bull going to try to land some shots through the smoke. Narrowly is able to hit, almost hitting some, but that is going to be the rotation immediately out of Duo Plus, and some good time being landed. This is going to be plenty of time. 15 going to soak all of this up. And once again, it is just the wins objective-wise. They're just playing a lot smarter over on the side of Sweet Moose. Good kills coming in. They're set up. They got the very early rotation. And they're going to try to get all of this time. If they can easily get back into this one. Bot going to pick up the kill on to Big Gooch. Big Gooch gets the trade, though. And we've got the self-res almost coming out from Chalk. I don't know. Why are they on the Chalk? What is going on?
I'm not sure. Maybe they felt like it was. I don't
We
know.
just got destroyed by Chalk. We might as well just use him. Forget about it.
Hey, it's working decently, but I don't. What is this Phantom doing? I don't like. This is a great player on the Phantom. Don't get me wrong. I'm not talking about the player. I'm talking about the character choice. What is she? Is she doing anything? I don't actually know if she's actually doing anything. I've seen a few nano smokes, but I don't think anybody stepped in them to actually get revealed. So I have no clue.
Look, man,
she is going around and getting frags though. So
that's a grown woman. She's doing grown woman things.
You're right.
Grown woman plays all day.
Rolling hours, you're right. I mean, I can't even. Yeah, there's no words for that. Okay, is the nail smoke coming? Is it coming? I don't. It's not there. She's not even. I'm literally just floored. I'm really trying to give like the in-depth analysis, but here's my in-depth analysis right now. I don't know. I don't know why they picked Phantom. Don't ask.
Yo, it's Halloween, man. He's just enjoying the nurse skin. Okay.
Yeah.
It's Halloween. He wants to be in his favorite skin. He's just putting it on for his fans. And there we go. Bull does get one, but gets taken down. Bot answers back with kill onto Nimmies, trying to hang on to this hill some more. We've got a contest coming out. There's the Insta for you guys. Going to be the trade coming out of him, but oh my God, Bot just putting down the damage. Good Lord, Bot is on a roll.
Yeah, keeping the damage on top of him right now. Sweet Moose. Great control over the site here. 13 seconds remaining, and it seems like Duo Plus will make it onto that objective. They'll be able to hold for OT, but I'm not sure what they'll get after that. 5 seconds remaining. Are they on site? Okay, yeah, there we go. Now they're on site. Abe manages to get who's that, and they trade things out 1-for-1 thanks to Bot, but Bot evens it up, takes care of the two members that are already on site, and there's no overtime here. Instead, that's a round in the back pocket of Sweet Moose.
I got to tell you something. I don't think Bot's a bot. That is definitely not a bot player. That's a top of the line Rogue Company competitor at the moment, and that's all I saw on the kill feed in the final 15 seconds of that game. That was just Bot's round to win. Incredible. Want to see his stats just for a second. Want to see what we were seeing there. What kind of slays he was putting down. What kind of downs we were witnessing, the elims. Because, wow, Bot just all over the feed. And here we go once again, starting off with the nurse outfit. The only reason we can think of that he is on this character, and boom, they all go down. 3 immediately. Last one up, Modulus, going to get some picks. Able to pick up one of the strongest players right now, Bot. So that's always a good sign. And they're still not going to be able to make a push. So very unfortunate they couldn't capitalize. The objective time still in favor of Sweet Moose as they are getting closer to closing this quarterfinals out.
This man just get some good shots as well. Trying to see if he can push in, but doesn't quite find the kill. Left with no HP remaining, but doesn't quite find the down. He had to be like on like 3 or 7 HP. Regardless of that being the case, it seems that Sweet Moose are already in control of the next hill right now. They're going to try and see what scraps it is they can get on the side of Duo Plus, because that's typically how King of the Hill goes, right? You get the remaining scrap time that's there, and then everyone's already setting up for the next objective. They actually sort of even things up, but he's in such a good spot right now. Dallas may get revealed, but he's the one that's winning on the tail end of this. Who's that? Manages to down Big Gooch, and now we got to deal with Modulus over here. With Dallas still in such good control, just trying to keep pressure on Nimmies, seeing if he can do anything. Doesn't find the down, but finds his way into the site.
Yeah, he was 2 different corners and very effective, might I add. Bull going to come in, does get the cleanups, able to get the headshot off, cleaning everybody. Man. He is the cleaner. Almost gets taken down from the rotators. 18 health and going to get out of there. Almost taken down Modulus. That was a confident peek. Not going to wait for his health whatsoever. Nice slow-mo in the Insta there, just taking down everybody. And Hizzy going to try to come in, lays down the drones, does get some damage, but no cigar. Abe going to stay alive, waiting for his teammate to help him out, get some angles. 3 seconds left on the rotation, and Bot just set up, ready to help out his teammate in any type of push they might have. Hizzy goes a little too hard right there. Gets taken down. Who's that as well? 4 strong on the point. And they've got a minute of time they could soak up right now and give them a pretty good lead here in this second round.
Right now.
All right. Forget what I said. Never mind. It's Who's Dat. It's Who's Dat. He's coming in.
Yeah.
He takes over.
The remaining members. He cleans up the remaining members of Duo Plus, and now he's waiting for anybody to take that zip line. He gets plenty of kills. This is why I kept mentioning the Lancer. I kept hyping her up so much in the very beginning of the broadcast, was because of what she provides here. We saw the maps that she ends up getting picked on really in the right hands. That Lancer can be devastating. It can be really terrifying to go up against, right? And that shows the prowess and power. Yeah, that's something you have to be cautious of, right? And you always have to be on the lookout for her. It is Lancer creates space when she's not even there, and that's, I think, the best way to describe that character. Is she's always going to be in a situation. She's always going to be in a place where you probably don't want her to be in, but you also, when she's not there, have to be concerned if she might end up being where you're going, where you're already at, or if she's going somewhere that you haven't thought of yet, right? And that's something that you always have to keep in the back of your mind, because she's going to flank. Like, that's inevitable. You can't avoid that. So she really does create a lot of space. I think she's such a great character at doing that too. I think that her and Dallas on the same team really do so much, because having that intel of one person, you can use context clues to figure out where the rest of them might be.
All right, 50 seconds left on the clock. They're going to try to finish it out unless there is a contest. Otherwise, it's going to come down to the wire. I can just feel it in my bones. Here we go. Who's that? Does get hit by a crucial grenade, and that's going to be massive for Nimmies to open this one up. But Bot's going to answer back, taking down Modulus on the push. Nimmies regains his health and then gets back into the mix. He's going to try to take down Hizzy, who's on this good positioning. But oh my gosh, he just gets absolutely deleted off the server. And Bull able to pick up a big kill on the other side. Who's that? That's going to do it. And they're going to keep them off of this hill indefinitely and take this quarterfinals. Just Sweet Moose all day. Just looking fantastic. Able to execute the objective so efficiently in both games. And to our surprise, really just breaking out some strategies we haven't seen too often with that chalk in game number 1 and very weird Phantom.
Yeah. I'm not too sure. I'm still not too sure of the implications of actually utilizing that Phantom, but even still, everyone's still fired on all cylinders on the side of Sweet Moose. I don't think you can ask for a better perspective than what you had right there, right? I mean, that is people it is that I've seen before. Those are veterans. They are very well versed in the characters it is that they play, and we saw that being the case. They're even great at teamwork. So,
all right, well, we've got those highlights from the series. It was a quick one. They took care of some business. Let's see what they had going on. We had some pretty exciting highlights individually. And, you know, Bot in that game number 2 was exciting. But in game number 1, for me, it was the chalk all day. Who's that? Running in with the bomb, being able to pop his ability, get in there, go on some really quick flanks, and was just really a part of every single play. He was just massive in winning this game. What was it? All him? Heck no. This team is good. I'm ready for this semis. This Sweet Moose could definitely be a contender for sure. And here was some of the plays that the chalk was just eliminating people 2v1. He didn't have much help right there. He did have his teammates right behind him, but good lord, that chalk just. And then the funny part is that Duo Plus answer back with a pick onto chalk. Like, what? In a King of the Hill? Is that? Do we see that too often? I don't think we see that too often.
Not necessarily too often, but we have seen it before, and I understand that because we've seen a draft before that was, I believe, Dahlia, Scorch, Kestrel, and Chalk, and it was run during the main event, I believe, of last season's CMG Showdown. I do believe that's when it was ran, and we saw that happen before. And sometimes it's about opening things up and trying to be as aggressive as possible. Instead of the Scorch, you have the Lancer, because Scorch is obviously banned out this time around. But it's about having that aggression. I still don't know if that's necessarily the best choice here. I personally think they could have. I'm not sure who they could have drafted better than that, though, if that's what their game plan was. But it definitely seemed like it. They want to try and counter out aggression with aggression. They want to try and see if they can outpace them. But it just seemed like Sweet Moose had control over that fight for a majority of the time, honestly.
Well, we just saw incredible stuff from Sweet Moose. I did get a little bit closer there in that second round. I did like to see that. from Duo Plus, so we did see some fight out of them. You like to see that, but inevitably the individual play and the teamwork from Sweet Moose was just way too much, and they're going to go into the semifinals, and it's going to be exciting. We've got a lot on the line tonight. We've already said there's no big all-stars, no juggernauts competing in tonight's cup. No, nothing in your way. If you're a newcomer and you're on the scene and you're trying to get in and you're trying to make a name for yourself, you've got a golden road ahead of you. It's not going to be easy by any means, but you definitely have a better shot than any other night when you got the big bully in the way. So we've got the $400 grand prize tonight, and you've got the $10,000 main event at the end of the month. We've got the semifinals coming up next. We're going to go to a quick break. Don't go anywhere.